Hello and welcome back. One of the most common questions I get from my clients is, do I need to give up coffee? And the answer isn't a simple yes or no. I'm going to give you clear guidelines that will help you understand how coffee impacts your inflammation, hormones, and energy, especially during perimenopause. So, first, let me be honest. I do enjoy coffee and I'm not here to demonize it. But when and how you drink, it's absolutely crucial when you're dealing with hormonal fluctuation, chronic inflammation, and burnout. So there is a connection between cortisol and coffee. So here is what you need to understand. Coffee doesn't just give you energy. It significantly increases your cortisol, your stress hormone. And during perimenopause, your cortisol rhythm is already disrupted. So when you wake up, your cortisol levels are naturally at their highest. This is actually a good thing. It's what gets you out of the bed, right? But when you immediately reach for coffee, you are stacking more cortisol on top of already elevated levels. And for ladies in midlife dealing with inflammation and pain, this creates a perfect storm of increased inflammation, blood sugar dysregulation, anxiety, and disturbed hormonal balance. So here is a rule. Never drink coffee first thing when you wake up. So what you do then? So first you hydrate. So your body is dehydrated after 7-8 hours of sleep. So the last thing you want to do is to heat your already depleted system with a diuretic like coffee. So start drinking a large glass of water, filtered water, ideally room temperature. So this supports your liver morning detox process and rehydrate your cells. Then you eat your breakfast. So have a high protein breakfast with healthy fats before you have your coffee. Aim for at least 25 to 30 grams of proteins from eggs, salmons, or a protein-rich smoothie. So the proteins and fat help stabilize your blood sugar and naturally lower cortisol levels. So this prevents the blood sugar spikes and crashes that happen when you drink coffee on an empty stomach. And then you can enjoy your coffee. So this should be your sequence that you should apply every morning. So how much coffee? Like my recommendation is to stick with 1 or 2 coffee per day. Now depends on the size of the coffee, and have it before noon. So the timings matter, and I will explain why. Caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 6 hours, meaning half of it's still in your system that long after you drink it. So if you are sensitive, and many perimenopausal ladies become more caffeine sensitive, that afternoon coffee is absolutely impacting your sleep, even if you don't feel it directly, right? And the poor sleep increases inflammation, worsens pain, disrupts hormones, and makes everything harder. So protecting your sleep means being strategic with your coffee. Now, what to put in your coffee? So if you're following an anti-inflammatory approach, there is inflammatory. And many ladies, especially during perimenopause, when gut health can be compromised, I would recommend skipping the cow milk and cream altogether and avoid oat milk as well. While it seems healthy, most commercial oat milks are high in inflammatory oils and can spike blood sugar significantly. So instead, choose unsweetened almond milk, coconut milk, and macadamia milk. So these are a good option. But here is the key. So you have to read your label. So many store-bought nut milks are full of inflammatory oils, thickeners, and preservatives. So look for nut milks with only 2 or 3 ingredients. Ideally should have nuts, filtered water, and maybe some salt. That's pretty much all. If you are seeing vegetable oil, carrageenan, or long ingredient list, so you can skip it altogether. Even better, you can make your own. It's incredibly simple and takes just few minutes. So homemade nut milk has been a game changer for many of my clients which deal with digestion issue. So it's worth to give it a try. Okay, so let's talk about some alternatives. So if you are someone who loves a cup of coffee in the afternoon, and you don't want to have your sleep impacted, I wanted to switch to matcha green tea or herbal tea instead. So matcha, it's an absolute powerhouse for ladies in midlife. So it's loaded with antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds, support the gut health and immunity, provides sustained energy without the crash, and contains L-theanine, which promotes calm focus without the jitters. Okay? So unlike coffee, which gives you that sharp spike and then crash, matcha provides a slow release, sustained energy. So this makes it perfect for a lunchtime or an early afternoon drink when you need to power throughout without disturbing your sleep later. Okay? Green tea, it's another excellent option. It has about one-third the caffeine of a coffee, but still provide a gentle energy and significant anti-inflammatory benefits. And don't underestimate the herbal teas. Like peppermint, it's wonderful for digestion. Chamomile for calming, and ginger can help you fight inflammation. So this can be incredibly supportive throughout your day. So, what if you are a multi-coffee a day person? So, what's the next step for you? So, if you've been running on multiple coffees daily, you might experience some withdrawal symptoms in the first 2 to 3 days of cutting back. So, headaches, fatigue, irritability. So, this is normal, and I will tell you it will pass quickly. But here is what I want you to pay attention to. How does your body actually respond to coffee? Even when you follow all these guidelines, coffee might not work well for you. Some signs coffee isn't serving you, like extreme energy crashes an hour or two after drinking it, jitters or shaky feeling, increased anxiety or racing thoughts, digestive upset or acid reflux, worsen sleep even with morning only coffee, or increase joint pain or inflammation. So all these are signs that the coffee might not be working for you. So if you are experiencing this, your body is telling you something. So listen to it. It doesn't mean you are doing anything wrong. It means coffee isn't right for you, for your unique biochemistry right now. Okay? Now, reframing your relationship with coffee. So here is something important I want you to consider. If you are using coffee as a coping mechanism, if you feel like you cannot function without it, if you are relying on it to get you through every morning, that's a sign something deeper needs addressing. So you shouldn't need caffeine to feel human. If you do, we need to look at your sleep quality, your stress level, your nutrition, and your adrenal health as well. So coffee should be enjoyable moment. It shouldn't be like a survival strategy, honestly. So when you wait until after breakfast to have coffee, you naturally start to shift away from unhealthy dependence. So you realize you can actually wake up and function without coffee immediately. Okay? So, quick summary. So, let me summarize the key points for you. So, we said never drink coffee first thing upon waking. Hydrate first with water and then have a protein-rich breakfast. Have your 1 or 2 coffee before noon and after you had your breakfast. Choose unsweetened, clean nut milks or drink it black. You can try different, if you are used with cappuccino, for example, you can try to enjoy a double espresso or even a simple espresso for a change. Swap afternoon coffee for matcha or green tea, and most important, tune into how your individual body responds. So remember, this isn't about deprivation or being perfect. It's about making strategic choices that support your hormones, reduce inflammation, and help you feel your best. So you are on the path of feeling vibrant and energized without relying on coffee to get you through the day. So I'm here to support you every step of the way. I see you in the next video.